Since childhood, big food has lied to you about what keeps you young. You see people in their 40s who look 60, and then there are those in their 60s who look 40. It's not fancy supplements, although those might help. It's not expensive skincare. It's the wrong food choices that are the biggest culprit. Here are the 6 common foods you should avoid if you want to live longer. Let's start with something we've all experienced. You're at a restaurant, and you order that juicy burger with a side of French fries. Smells amazing, tastes even better. But at the same time, this meal is loaded with trans fats and advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. AGEs are compounds that form when you cook foods, particularly carbohydrates, at high temperatures. They're especially high in fried foods and charred meats. Foods that contain AGEs are the worst for longevity. It creates oxidative stress, which breaks down your skin's collagen and slows down your body's ability to repair itself. All of that triggers inflammation, wrinkles, and even brain fog. And this is why the first food you need to avoid is anything fried, especially if you want to live longer. A study by the NIH shows that fried foods increase risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. So here's what you need to do instead. Swap fried foods for air-fried or baked foods. Cook your food at lower temperatures. 350 degrees Fahrenheit or below is good. Cook with saturated fats like ghee and tallow. Both of these are heat stable, and they won't break down into harmful compounds when you use them for cooking. But if you think fried foods are bad, wait until you see what this next one does to your body. This food isn't just high in preservatives, it contains hidden toxins that ruin your metabolism and increase your risk of disease. This food also contains oxidized fats and lots of AGEs, which are going to create more inflammation in your body. Increased inflammation means wrinkles. Wrinkles lead to loose skin, and loose skin makes it look old. The worst part, this food is often loaded with low-quality industrial oils, so you get more inflammation, and insulin resistance. And all this is a way to age yourself from the inside out. That's why the number 2 food to avoid is processed meats. Processed food is also linked to heart disease. There's a huge difference between processed meats and unprocessed grass-fed, grass-finished meat. They are not the same thing. High-quality meat is healing, processed meat ages you. Processed meat includes sausages, pepperoni, and lunch meats that contain low-quality meat and additives. You may be able to find some high-quality sausage made from grass-fed beef with only herbs added. This is going to be fine. Now, food number 3 is silently speeding up your aging process without you realizing it. That's why I call these foods kryptonite for longevity, and we're talking about grains. Most grains are high glycemic foods that spike your blood glucose and increase your inflammation. They also contain a lot of anti-nutrients that prevent you from absorbing minerals. They lead to brain fog, joint pain, and low energy. The only grain that I like to use is white rice. It's low in toxins, and it's a great way to get your carbs in. I eat it almost every time I have carbs. You'd be surprised at how many delicious things you can make with white rice flour. For breakfast, avoid sugary cereals and instead have grass-fed steak or pasture-raised eggs with avocado and maybe some fruit. Because every meal is either fueling your youth or fast-tracking your aging. But grains aren't the only thing aging your body from the inside out. The 4th food that you've probably heard is essential for health is causing inflammation in your body every single day. Society grew up believing that this food is really good for you. Companies made ads with smiling celebrities and even doctors telling you it's the best source of calcium. Maybe your parents even forced you to have it before bed, telling you it would make your bones strong. But this childhood staple is aging your skin and destroying your gut. And that would be pasteurized dairy products from cow's milk. Dairy products contain casein and lactose. The proteins in milk can cause inflammation, digestive distress, and increased aging, especially when they're heated and dried, like in skim milk and most milk products you can get today. The National Institutes of Health performed a study showing that 70% of people lack the enzyme lactase to properly digest dairy. So if you do eat dairy, you at least need to take enzymes with it. The absence of this enzyme leads to bloating, skin breakouts, and even autoimmune reactions. So you thought that glass of skim milk was helping you, but it's actually initiating a chain of more wrinkles, more fat storage, and more aging. And brain fog. I call conventional dairy a longevity killer because of its hormones, antibiotics, and inflammatory proteins. They just stress your body on a cellular level. So instead of dairy products, you could try grass-fed ghee, raw A2 grass-fed dairy, or plant-based alternatives like coconut or macadamia milk. Most plant milks are garbage as well. Now, a lot of people have heard about this, and they switch from dairy to plant-based milk thinking that it's healthier. After all, there's no hormones, there's no lactose, no inflammation, right? Well, plant-based milks might even be worse than conventional dairy, which makes them our fifth food to avoid. The labels make them sound innocent, but in reality, they're filled with inflammatory seed oils and added sugars that speed up your aging, and they don't even have any protein. Not all plant milks are bad, but you have to choose very wisely. Look for unsweetened versions with minimal ingredients or make your own at home. The only plant milks that I would drink are coconut milk, macadamia milk, and instead, if you can tolerate it, organic A2 dairy is a better choice. Now, you've heard it before, but it's worth repeating. The sixth food to avoid is processed sugar. It can be one of your worst enemies because processed sugar causes insulin spikes, inflammation, and oxidative stress, all of which accelerate aging from the inside out. So to delay aging, cut out refined sugar and artificial sweeteners. And when you do this, your energy, your skin, your metabolism will thank you. Now that you know the 6 common foods that can shorten your lifespan, the choice is yours. Keep them in your diet, enjoy the taste, and risk the consequences, or start making healthier choices that also taste good. And if you do that today, you will live longer.